Hey, Dave, it's Monday. I'm on a bit of a video games kick after seeing the latest art assignment video on video games, and then John's Vlogger's video tying together this golden nugget of a phrase from a YouTube comment that said, consciously experiencing human dignity. Video games are definitely one for me because of narrative, and also for you as you showed me from Fallout. I can see how easy it would be to be immersed in Fallout, or let alone any game, to see like what kind of person that I would be inside of an environment like that. So a little story, back in October of 2013, amidst my parents' separation, my brother and I started our first time playing the PS4 game Beyond Two Souls. Definitely hit us both pretty intensely in a good way. Actually, not too long before we started playing this, I saw Frozen, so I began to parallel both Elsa's and Jodie's adventures in understanding their own powers and using them. Elsa's fear overpowered her ability to understand at first, while Jodie's powers were exploited. Eventually, far enough into the story, they both realized they could choose to use the gifts that they had to add value to people's lives. I think this, in a really interesting way, helped me embrace the idea that I could still add value and create value for other things despite having such a divided family. And I have since then. But the weirdest awesome moment is when I got appendicitis in 2018 and I found myself in a hospital for the first time in a bed and able to have one of those wheelie metal things that carries the IV that you wear, the liquid part. Jodie from Beyond Two Souls in the game story actually awakes from a coma inside of a hospital in a very similar situation to mine. Thankfully though, I wasn't actually waking up from a coma. I got to deeply discover and create and understand my relationship with being in a hospital for the first time, and that brought me back to how Jodie actually handled it. It's really about seeing how characters choose to remain themselves in many different situations. Sort of gives me an idea of how to remain myself in real life. The meaning I found playing inside of the games world actually seeded into the story that I have in the real world. The art that I enjoyed shaped how I engaged, and I saw the beauty and the connection of both of those stories' moments. Could being open in a video game story to the changes and the things the artists have set up for me to experience be similar to facing the unknown in real life in my own story? Perhaps. Another thing to have an aspect of this art or a story you experience manifest in real life. How have video game stories or any art that I've consumed prepared me for real life experiences? It's like the video game story and the art stepped into my life versus me stepping into it. The art assignment video mentioned that video games need us in order for the story to continue. So maybe I needed those stories for something. Maybe I needed that art experience for something that has or hasn't happened yet. Gaming like art helps me find order and meaning in a world that's so unlike mine, or maybe like mine in some ways. And that helps make decisions in real life in my own story and own changes to help create whatever that harmony and order is. Video games are art, and they matter to me. It's really what makes me look forward to diving into the unknown of new stories and games when I can, to see what meaning I can make from them. I think you can get good lessons and values from any art, anywhere. I'm just really grateful that video games are a part of that journey for me. Have a great day, Dave, and just find out what is enough time to be exploring the Commonwealth. You wouldn't want to get permanently lost in there. I'll see you Thursday.